Welcome to BMD Cougar Oval, the venue for the BRL Grand Final day. And our first game this afternoon, high noon, 12 o'clock. It all starts with the Wynnum Juniors Seagulls up against the West Brisbane Panthers. My name's John Devon. Joining me in commentary today is former coach and, part of the coaching fraternity over east is now Mark Glidden. How are you, Glidden? I got that out.
I'm good, thanks, JD.
Brad Talon joins me also in commentary as well. Brad, it's been a long year, but finally we've come to the big dance. It's been stretched out, but we've done better than all the other states around the country. We've got 18 rounds of footy in, and it culminates in this afternoon's grand final between the West Brisbane Panthers, who initially started late in this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's great to get it done. We had a little break in the middle of the season, so a little bit later than what we expected, but so it's now grand final day, and Panthers, they forfeited their first match, which not too many teams forfeit their first match. They struggled to get a team for their second one, but now they've made it through to the grand final, so a good effort from the Panthers. And of course the Wynnum Junior Seagulls, they came from third place. And of course I should mention Brighton and Carina, who led the comp all year. Both two teams, they were way out in front. Then last weekend both fell at the final hurdle to get into the grand final. So but it's third versus fourth, and it should be a great game. Yeah,
strangely enough, the breeze this afternoon here is coming from the southeast, coming out from the bay. But we'll go through the team list, and Mark Glidden, if you want to go through the Seagulls lineup.
Yeah, the Seagulls 20s today. Number 1 is Carson Huth. Number 2, Joshua Whitaker. Number 3, Henry Wilson. Number 4, Jermaine Bolsey. Number 5, Moses Atimana Ali, I think it is. Number 6, Blake Moore. Number 7, Corey Hedgeson. Number 10, front row, Caleb Thompson. Number 9, and Captain Jackson Dodds. Number 8, James Kedding. Number 11, Charlie Knock Sun Barker. Number 12, Dujon Ravelli. Number 13, Isaac Carpenter. Number 14, Bailey Coles. Number 20, Cooper Hewitt. Number 18, Cole Gardner. And number 17, Zane Edmonds.
What do you know about these sides being part of the former junior club at the Wynnum Gliddo? A lot of new names there, which is good to see. Yeah,
it's a pretty handy footy team, the Wynnum junior side, and look, they won a golden point last week in a cracking game of footy. So, but I thought Cooper Hewitt, who actually played in their under-18s grand final this year, winning premiership team, and has been brought up to the 20s. I think he was outstanding last week, and I think if Wynnum are going to win, I think Cooper's going to come off the bench and do a really good job for him. Probably there's a couple other blokes out there that go pretty good. Young Josh Whitaker on the wing, he's a pretty good footballer, and Isaac Carpenter's played a fair bit of Colts this year for Wynnum, so it should be a cracking game of footy.
All right, Brad, there's the Panthers lineup for you.
Yeah, full back is Declan Hayden. In the on the wings, Jesse Junior Apo and Kaya King, Elise Tanialu, there's a famous name in rugby league around these parts. Isaac On in the centres. The 5'8" is Nesta Tutunoa, the halfback Joshua Pease. In the front row, Lawrence Sue in 16, Isaac Hawes and Felix Fartilli. Kai Jenkins, Tristan Vole in the second row. Harrison Lancer is the captain at lock forward. On the bench, Leonard Burns in 8, Jaden Smith in 15, Devontae Sow in 17, another well-known name. Remember Junior Sow running around, and Medusuli Tungatua in 18, the other player on the bench.
All right, there you go. Well, we had the referees out in the middle. The referees today, Brad, you got them there?
Yeah, Jesse Burns is the referee today, so Sean Chapman and Ryan Cracknell on the line.
And there's Jeffrey on screen there. He's got
Debbie,
the Panthers.
Is it Debbie or Jeffrey? I can see that Debbie's hair.
He'd be sweating in there, wouldn't he?
Mate, I saw him at about 7:15 this morning when I was walking my dogs down the Wynnum Juniors.
Ready to go.
Yeah. It's funny, I've always said to Jeffrey, because he runs out about 20 metres, it seems to be shorter and by the time he comes off, he takes the headgear off. I said, Jeffrey, you're scaring the kids. Put it back on. But anyway, Jeffrey Panther, he'd be in his element today, Brad. He's been part of the Panthers conglomerate since the early 70s.
Yeah, all three teams in the grand final. Quite a really good performance. Of course, West had to beat the minor premiers, Brighton, to get in here today. And 14-10, a really tough game of footy last week. The preliminary final between Wests and Brighton, and West, as I said, started the season with a forfeit and have managed to get to the GF.
How do you see it playing out, Brad?
Yeah, it's a tough game. Wynnum last week, the Wynnum junior side, obviously they hung in there and got the wing, and what was an extraordinary game against Carina. And you know, once again, also, as I said, a really tough game. I think that Panthers game against the Brighton side might have prepared them just a little bit better for the grand final. It's always hard to tell at this time of the year, isn't it? So, yeah, it's certainly going to be a good game of footy.
The Wynnum Manly Juniors, they make their way out onto BMD Cougarai Oval. It's not their home ground, Kitchener Park is, but it's part of the flock, and we see some big units making their way out onto the middle of the park. And Mark Glidden, we can go through all the cliches, possession, ball control, completions, all that sort of stuff here, but how do you win a grand final?
Well, you score more points than the opposition, John.
Outstanding. That's why we've got John here. Where do I sign? West Brisbane Panthers make their way out into the park as well. The Seagulls, I'm not sure who won the toss. They will receive in front of the chook pen from the, as mentioned several times, the east-west field. So they will receive from the eastern side. The sun doesn't come into play, obviously being high noon, and the West Brisbane Panthers will kick off from the car park end or the Leagues Club end, left to right on your screen.
Of course, Wynnum did beat, back in round 9, Wynnum 34-16 victory over Wests when they clashed in the regular season. And also back in round 16, it was Wynnum 31-14. So a couple of comfortable victories to Wynnum over the West Brisbane Panthers this year. So never really a guide to what happens on grand final day, but we're here now, and West will be looking to notch up their first win over the Seagulls this year.
35-minute halves, golden point extra time if we need to go that far. Breeze is certainly a lot stiffer than I thought it'd be this time of the day. Generally comes in the late afternoon. We are underway. This is the under-20s grand final. West Brisbane Panthers up against the Wynnum Manly Juniors. And at the end of this, we'll have ourselves a premiere as the Seagulls take their first carry up. Tackler there is Jenkins. Now with the skipper.
Tell you what, that Felix Fartier, he's a big boy, isn't he? The number 10 for West Brisbane Panthers.
When I was
paid him for a week.
I was never that big. Short ball.
You are now.
Through the hands. Again, why have I got you, Glitter? Fantastic.
Moral support,
Moral
John.
support. Here they go through the hands. Out wide with the big ball. Runner there in Dujong, yeah, big second pace. This is on the halfway line. They put it high in the air. It wasn't the last tackle. It's going to be taken the back there by Hayden. And Hayden will run back into the wall. Then there's a big unit in the way there in Kedding, but he decides to go the other way. So the first tackle on the completed set, Brad.
Yeah, fairly steady set. They didn't try too much, just a few hit-ups. Got to their kick. Interesting, they kicked early, which is interesting. But yeah, that ball just sort of held up into the air. So maybe the breeze can be a bit of a factor today.
Hall's a dummy half. There's a big contact there, centre. And Tanalou coming in to do some forward work. He's going to regret it there as Carpenter gets up off the top of him. That's the 40-metre line. The blind side, they come here with Vole, and Vole gets crunched as well. And a big shot there from the 5'8" and Moore.
Great contact.
That's what you want to do. They don't want to gas themselves out too early, but through the hands is in the with Lancer. The captain gets across the halfway line, middle of BMD Cougarai Oval. Dummy half now is Hawes. They send to the left-hand side. The halfback and Pezzi cut that ball, finds the turf, unfortunately. Still on the toe. The referee hasn't called knock on. It's going to be picked up at the back here, and the Seagulls will run it out. So not the end of the completed set, but some field position for the Panthers.
He ended up all right in the end, just the kick off the ground. Interesting, they tried to run it. Unfortunately, the pass out from Hayden wasn't the best, but I tell you what, yeah, interesting signs early there from the Panthers. Tried to spread it, and as I said, didn't turn up too bad with the grubber cricket along the ground.
The first carry there was from Bullsey, who's actually played in the Hastings Dairy Colt competition here, and certainly one to watch there for the Panthers. They come to the blind side, and big contact again. That's with Vole, heavy involved along with Lancer, the skipper. Cross halfway for the Seagulls. Now the big man.
Oh, great carry, Isaac Carpenter.
He'll get up. That's the 30. Last tackle now here for the Seagulls. Has to reach out for it, does Herdigan. He puts it high. It's hanging, coming through. Flies high. Oh, what a great take. Oh, some were calling for a penalty here, but it's nicely taken on the far side there by King.
Yeah, he did a good job there. Blokes around him did a good job too, escorting.
It was a perfect kick too. It was enough hang time there for the Seagulls to come through and put some pressure on, but he held his ground. It's now Iopo. He's the right-hand winger. That's his second carry here. He's had more carries than a couple of the forwards so far for the Panthers. As Rihi Peru, the coach, is getting his backs involved early on. Try and find his feet, and he does so. 0-0. The scoreboard here at BMD Cougarai Oval. Now it's with Burns, I think. Prop forwards come together. Pezzi high. This one's got a torpedo around it. It's going to be allowed to bounce. Coming through. Picks it up. Oh, he knocks it on in the end. This king. Otherwise, he's on his way. But there'll be first knock on. And West Brisbane Panthers will pack this scrum 18 metres out.
Great kick, floater. Yeah, I thought he did too, to be honest, Brad. But I think it might be Wynnum's feed. We'll soon find out.
The other way they're going back. So one handling error and one commentary error. Won't be the last of the second.
No, plenty of them. Yeah, she's a float. I wouldn't have liked to have been under that.
No, the breeze is swirling around. It's sort of now it's coming from the north. But anyway, Panthers win it. So the first handling error of the match there from, well, not really from the Seagulls, but the Panthers have had to pay with the scrum fee with the second knock on.
Yeah, possibly. Oh, another great carry from He's been really good, Isaac Carpenter, both his carries. Yeah. He probably earned that penalty, just by running in nice and hard with a good line in behind the play of the ball. So he's exposed him a couple of times there.
So for the Panthers, they've actually gone from being on the charge 10 metres out. This kick will find touch, and it's a good touch finder, 32 metres out from the chalk. 0-0 still, scoreboard.
First time anyone's been in good ball, so we'll see what happens here.
So Wilson will tap restart. He'll throw Ravaru to the line. Good metres from Ravaru. They pushed him back here, and it's going to be a loose carry. So all that work is undone here, and the heavy work there coming from Sue. The number 16 from the Panthers.
Very disappointing. Play one. Attention to detail on the play of the ball, and he's hurt his team there.
Just have a look at this here. He just went in there. There's a couple of hands around the ball, but see, it wasn't playing at it. It was just sort of
just a loose carry.
It was a loose carry.
Yeah, was he looking to try and offload that?
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing there.
No, he just never really had it. Just good decision there from referee Jesse Burns.
So now it's with Jenkins. Penalty. It's going to be against the Wynnum for being inside the 10, I think. That's where he's standing, referee Jesse Burns.
I think they'll take the penalty. Of course, they can have the scrum again, but that's more applicable when it's closer to the line. So they'll just gain some ground.
Yeah, the flag's over the chook penalty. That will go out. So they've been using their backs at the moment, West Brisbane Panthers, to have these carries. The forwards a bit of a luxury.
Not a bad ploy, to be honest, John. No, using your outside backs to get yourself out of your end. It gives you middle to rest, and you can get more minutes out of them.
Volve the carry, going across field. Big contact there. That's a super shot there from Thompson Savaleo. He'll get up underneath it. That was Sue who actually inflicted the first error. The other end of the field, short ball. Not sure whether it's supposed to go to Jenkins, and Jenkins will go across the 30. He'll get up and play it. Dummy half there now is Hawes. Gives it off to the prop for him, and Fatili almost gets through there. Tackle around the ankles. 8 metres out from the try line. Dart from dummy half here coming from Tuatainona. And he'll go over and score the try. The West Brisbane Panthers gets the offload. They score first.
I think it's Taniel who got the try, was it? Number 3.
Not sure. What I do know is it all goes back to that penalty in good ball, and they lost it on the first tackle, and then a penalty. So error, penalty, try.
A nice little offload. It's a good tackle earlier in the set by Carpenter. So there's the hooker, actually, Isaac Hawes. He was just coming in to be the dummy half by the looks. And here it is. He came out of dummy half. There he
no
is.
Markers.
No markers. And there he is. Yeah, Isaac Hawes, it was there. That was poor defensive work from Wynnum. They're complaining, but I'm not sure what about.
I think they're complaining the bloke walked off the mark.
Yeah, okay.
But, 6 to 1, half a dozen the other.
Yeah, it was a good quick play of the ball. And the hooker, Isaac Hawes, gets over to score, number 9.
Yeah, you're right. It's 3 or 4 inches doesn't stop for bad tackling.
No, very true. Anyway, West are first on the board. Kick to come. Kick you probably should make. So I'll probably put the mock on him now, so he'll probably put it left or right.
And the kicker is Hayden. They lead 4-0 on the scoreboard. 35-minute halves. The West Brisbane Panthers, they've used their backs. As Mark Libb mentioned, just to give their forwards a bit of a breather. It's a back to front ploy. Usually they come into play once the forwards are gassed, but they're going to go around the other way. The backs are supposed to be fitter, smaller.
Well, they got some fair outside backs here. You look at the size of number 2 there. He's a massive human being, so I'd be using him as well. Jesse Junior Ipawa, I think it is.
So there you go. You got the conversion, 6-0. scoreboard.
Well, Wynnum were down 10-0 early last week, and they thought their way back, so it'd be interesting to see how they react to this.
Well, they're slow to come back for the restart. I don't support that sort of play. Get back in, get stuck into it. You never know what's going to happen in the back end of a game. I remember the Melbourne Cup here years ago where Reece Hoffenach's going to go out.
I didn't think that was out on the full. I could be wrong.
No, both touchies thought it was. Only just.
Chapman and
Jeez,
I think it was a goal. I think it went over as well.
Love to see it on the replay.
It was a great kick. And unfortunately, it might have been, I think there was about maybe 30 centimetres in it.
I think they're going to replay.
It's just you've got to come back and restart like it's the start of a game. You don't look at the scoreboard there. That was a too deep a kick. That breeze tells you there's a hell of a tailwind behind the Seagulls. So the first carry now is Jenkins, who made that initial breakthrough to lead up to that try. He'll get up on the 40. B&B Cougar moved 20 metres to the right-hand side in the off-season last year. Hawes, dummy half, the try scorer, finds the halfback and Pezzi in turn takes the tackle. Hawes again from dummy half. They go to the left-hand side. Tanoa is doing a lot of work. Short ball here. There's a chance here for Tananula. Spinning and going backwards to go close. Good.
Yeah, young Josh Whittaker did a good job there. If he didn't jam, he would have tipped and it would have been a try. So he made the right decision.
Hawes, Sue, the headgear goes towards the uprights. 8 metres out from the try line. The Panthers sweating again. It's in the hands of Lancer. Grubber kick in, end over end. Picked up the back there by Harth, and Harth will come back into the field of play. And well played by the Panthers. Nothing better than running it out from their own line. That's a big shot there coming from that man, Jensen Ayapo.
Great positioning there from Huth. Saw the danger. Wasn't last tackle, but got across beautifully to diffuse the danger there. And now Wynnum pick up the penalty and get him out of trouble.
That's not the first time. I don't think we've seen anybody kick on the last, maybe once.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to kick early because, especially, around play 3 sometimes because everyone's up.
Yeah.
So, and, the outside backs don't anticipate it. So you've got to be on your game.
2 penalties apiece at the moment.
Referee Burns keeping it square. Big shot there. That's a bowl underneath the rib cage. Good driving tackle, almost like the axe.
He needs to run a bit harder and find the deck there, young Dujon. Coming into, play one of a tap, you want to get a quick play of the ball. That's the whole idea.
Yeah, the Panthers seem to be winning. The rest of they are slow play the balls, which is something the Seagulls don't like doing. Here's Sovealoa, gets across, still going, looking for the offload. Should have hung on to it. Going to be picked up the back here by Hayden. Play on, says the referee. Does a bit of a goose step, tries to get through 2 forwards. Doesn't do so, but the Panthers have got the ball in hand. And, yeah, that's just ill discipline there with the offload.
It is. It's play 1, play 3 now. They've dropped it in there, good ball. So they're not building any pressure.
Pezzi comes to the right-hand side, finds this man Vole. He's doing some work, getting through his metres nicely. Ball back inside was Pezzi. Over halfway the Panthers, they lead 6-0. Grand final day. All comes to this was with Hawes, tries to get through there, but it's tackled there by Moore. And he'll get up and play it. Pezzi finds the lock forward and Lancer spinning and turning and a tackle. He'll take that one underneath there, Sovaleo. On the 20-metre line. Last tackle now here as Hayden puts it high in the sky. Well, grubber kick, I should say. End over end. Go. So had to pick it up. Referee's pulled it back.
I think there was a knock on somewhere in there.
That was the lowest high in the sky kick I've ever seen.
That's as high as I kick it. But then I realised it was a medicine.
I was looking up in the ball. I looked down. I was looking up in the air, and the ball was dribbling along the ground.
Something I'm used to doing. So the Panthers, they had to defend.
I think Wynnum, they're coming out of their end, they need to start winning some early tackles. They're getting dominated by the West forwards coming out of their end, and it's all coming off slow play of the balls.
Totally. That's exactly right. And it's something the Seagulls have sort of been their trademark over the years. Their forwards quick play the ball up the middle of whether it's Kitchener Park or B&B Cougar Oval. This is better.
Yeah, that's a great carry. Good carry.
Halfway line has been crossed. Centre of B&B Cougar Oval. Short ball here. Referee, they're calling for forward pass, but Cracknell and well, this time it's
I tell you what, he's looking dangerous.
Isaac Carpenter in behind the ruck. That's his 3rd carry in behind the ruck, and he's made 12, 15 metres every carry. So it's telling me that West are a little bit loose around A, B and C, and that's probably where Wynnum need to hit them.
Unfortunately, at the moment, 3 errors they've only completed 4 from 7.
Yeah.
Wynnum Juniors, 5 out of 5 for the Panthers, so that's proving the difference at the moment. Panthers leading 6-0.
That's what happens when you Yeah, the backs, they to be able to hang on that ball.
Wynnum's had no field position. They haven't been inside West 20 yet.
Interesting play there. It was blocked at the back of the scrum. They're almost trying to milk a penalty from the Seagulls breaking early, but the referee, Burns, said play on. Trying to step out of the tackle there from Dodds. Doesn't do so. Get a little bit of help there from Wilson. Halves combining, and now it's in the hands of Sue, who's also been strong here, but he's getting some plenty of treatment, and that's good defence there from the Seagulls.
Very good. That's what they need.
It's led there by Kedding, I think.
Yep, James Kedding.
Short ball to Burns. Burns pops it back in the hands of Lancer. Lancer wants a ball runner. You have to go yourself, Mr. Lancer. So Harry Lancer, the skipper, will get to the 20-metre line. Or the 30-metre line. Dummy half is Hawes, a try scorer. It goes for a run. There's a half a gap there for Hawes. Hawes has one to beat. Hawes half tackles in 5 metres out from the try line. Last tackle here. Dummy half now is Bowl. They need to go left-hand side. Long ball wasn't supposed to go in the hands of Pezzi, but it does. Now it's in the hands of Tua Donona. Quick hand.
Oh, nice
over
ball.
in the left-hand corner goes King, and King will score on the corner, will he?
I think he's going to talk to his touchy, and
The referee sideline
Yep.
touchy. Chapman says yes.
That's a good try. Really good try, actually.
Yeah, great try. This one, the nice break up the middle from the earlier try scorer in Hawes, and then didn't they do well after that? Spun it away. Well, I think they did go to the wrong person. There was a bit of confusion, obviously, with the normal dummy half tackled, but
Here we go.
Here goes the ball. Sort of a high tackle, but well done here. And out they went through hands, and then lovely little two ball. They were two rippers.
Yeah,
two great passes there from the 5'8" in Tutunoa, who set up the first try, and then Declan Hayden, a beautiful ball, cut out the final defender, and Kaya King doing what every good winger is, hugging the sideline, in the corner.
Yeah, the ball from Declan Hayden, that was the magic ball, the money ball. Beautiful short long, and as you said, the winger was holding the paint, and down 10-0.
He must be pretty close to the tape there, because touch judge Chapman had to have a chat with Burns, referee Jesse Burns, in the middle before they came to the decision to award the try. So must have been touch and go, but well done to the officials getting that one right by the looks of things.
Yeah, what it boils down to is Wynnum just aren't hanging on to the footy. You know, they, as you said, Brad, they're not completing their sets. They've had no field position. They haven't been in the opposition's in red zone at all in that 20-metre line. So probably Peter Han in the cage probably needs to send that message on. A bit more attention to detail around the play of the ball.
How's the crowd here at BMD Cougar for the under 20s? The Arthur Lovell stands probably 2/3 full. Chook Pen, well, they're right underneath as this conversion goes, and it is waved away. The flock is underneath the shade up there in the Chook Pen, and the Mitch Cronin Hill's got a few in front of us as well. So a good roll up here for grand final day. Yeah,
good to see. First BRL grand final down here at Wynnum.
I was trying to think that the first one, I think, Brad, when the season restarted, was at Langlands.
Yeah, we had.
That's right. It was Wynnum, Manly and Ipswich.
That's right, 2015, does that sound right? Yeah, I remember that.
The Jets, they won.
The Jets won.
Both grades.
Hayden Lipp, Player of the Year, if memory serves me correct.
Yep. He's outstanding. It was a big win, actually, to the Jets. So anyway, the Panthers in 2021, they lead 10-0. As they try and win this arm wrestle of the Seagulls. At the moment, it's been all Panthers. Not just on the scoreboard either, just general play. It's not like it's against the run of play. It's with Jenkins, who's been strong here, the big redhead. That's good, quick play, the ball here. The Seagulls are only just getting back on side. Now it's with Burns, and Burns is able to go. Gets the offload now to Hawes. Hawes steps up, half a gap. Hawes, it's knocked out of his hands here. Picked up here and a knock on there, but Hawes, well, he saw the gap, and it's just pure strength of the hit that actually knocked the ball out. I think he's carrying quite well otherwise.
He's looking dangerous, isn't he, that Isaac Hawes, the hooker.
He's all around the footy. He's pushing around the footy. He's doing a really good job. I don't know much about him, to be honest.
Here's a good opportunity, but now for Wynnum, they'll probably get into the attacking half, first or second tackle, so they've just got to hang on to the ball.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Brad. They need to complete a set here and you know, maybe finish it down in a corner.
Huff gets absolutely poleaxed there by Bowl. Now with Wilson, and Wilson, he finds some big shoulders. Well, he hasn't dropped him yet. You can lift him up as long as you don't drop him on the horizontal. And that was in Saur. He's a replacement player coming out for the Panthers. So
Riwi
Puru has made his first change. Oh, nice juggling. He grabbed it there now, Savaleo. And Savaleo get across the 20. Peter Hannon almost had a heart attack. The coach, Carpenter now, the big unit. Carpenter, that's a good coach. They need to follow Carpenter around the park here. He's a big unit. He stays on his feet. Now it's the last tackle. They go in the right hand. Coles is a dummy half. Grab a kick here now from Moore. It's going to be picked up the back here by the Panthers. But that's at least a completed set there, Brad.
Yeah, I tell you what, they are looking dangerous just up the middle. The West Brisbane Panthers just not handling the big forwards of Wynnum at this stage. They got to the kick, but yeah, beautifully read and not what they wanted. They really needed a repeat set there, the Seagulls.
Carpenter wearing the 13. I don't know. Is he an 80-minute play though? That's
no, I don't think he is. Not many middle forwards are these days.
But he's certainly he's the difference in that forward pack.
They need to play up that middle third and hit him in behind the play of the ball with some flat and fast footy, and I think they're going to get some opportunities. But attention to detail has to happen. Otherwise, they're just going to keep tackling.
Blindside Pezzi, that's early in the tackle count. It's going to be taken the back there by Harper. What was tackle 5, Brad?
Yeah, it was just a good defensive set, that one from Wynnum. They just held him down here. Play the ball, that's better.
And there it is in behind that play the ball again. That's where it is. That's where they're a little bit weak at the moment with repeat efforts.
Yeah, Moore wants a quick feed here. The dummy half Coles comes back in, the replacement player for the Seagulls here. Now it's with Bolsey, and Bolsey, as you mentioned, plays Hastings there. Cup. Dynamic player. He's in the middle of B&B Cougar IL. They go through the forwards again, and this time it's in the hands of Kedding, and Kedding gets across the 20-metre line right in front of the uprights. Clap of the hands there from Coles, the dummy half. He wants the ball fastest with Moore. Short ball, finds Ravura, and now it's the last tackle here from the Seagulls. Where's this been? He has taken them 20 minutes to get stuck into their work here. Crossfield kick here from Herdigan. Goes high, flies. Oh, that's been knocked on. It's been touched by a Panther. No, it's still alive, and the ref will say, I think that's a Panther knock on.
Yeah, double A it was. Yeah.
I actually thought Wynnum were offside, to be honest. I thought they were all in front of the kicker.
Went pretty good. It's going to have a changeover.
No, they said that Wynnum got their hand to it first. It's a close one.
Unless it was he's knocked it on there before.
Knocked it on anyway. He ruled it was a double knock on in the contest. So that was a much better set from Wynnum, but much more ball movement. As you said, Gledo in behind the ruck. That's where the problem is, and then some good quick play of the balls. But yeah, just disappointing. Corey Herdigan played a bit of A grade this year, but just not the kick he wanted.
Great defence.
Big shot. That was from Coles, I think.
They just need to. The last tackle options need to be a little bit better, as you said, Brad. Build some pressure.
Iopo getting to the 20. Interesting enough, usually the benches here at BMD Cougar over sit underneath here on the grandstand side, but they're over in the shade in front of the Arthur Lovell stand.
I'm expecting a bit from the number 20 that's just come on from Wynnum, young Cooper Hewitt. He's a young 18-year-old kid with a bright future, and I thought he was really good last week for him.
Time to tell. The place to play there is Tungatua. Gets the offload here. The Panthers get across halfway line through Iopo. Long ball out into Pezzi. They're putting it through the hands here now. Centre free quarter, and Tanaloo gets absolutely knocked to the crowd. So they're going to be loose.
I think he lost the ball.
Playing a lot of width, aren't they, West? A lot of width.
Right from the start. We saw that early, even in that the first play of the match when they had their last tackle. They spread it on the 5th early. They made a bit of a mistake. It wasn't a great pass, but yeah, they're just liking that, spreading it to the left. It's got them a try. Good tackle that was.
It was Dodds, but it wasn't. Nonetheless, jolted the ball.
It was Jermaine Bulsey, wasn't it? I think coming across.
Making up that error at the other end.
Yeah, just not getting to their completion that time. The Panthers, good tackle.
No shortage of big hits here. Grand final, as you'd expect, it's one, and it's with that man Dodds trying to get through there. So tackler, that's 35 metres out. Coles finds a ball runner here, but Jenkins finds that ball runner and puts him to the turf. Big hit. Now we're starting to get into some rugby league here. That's forwards doing their job up the middle, looking for an offload. Nobody's home there, but he'll take the tackle there. Coles is a dummy half. That's the 40-metre line here. I'll come to the left-hand side. Grab a kick over the top here by Moore, end over end. It's going to be Iopoa. He'll pick it up, does a goose step across the field of play, and that'll be a restart, another set of 6 here for the Panthers.
That's probably Wynnum's best kick of the game. He put him into a pocket, and now look at this.
Good defence. They've really lifted the tempo in the last 5 minutes or so, Wynnum. Yeah,
he made a couple of replacements, and Bailey Coles has come on, and Cooper Hewitt's come on. I think it's helped them.
Well, you asked for Peter Hannon to get the message out there to change their game plan, and they've done that exactly with their instructions, unless they heard you, Gillido, which is was quite possible.
Blake Moore just picking up a stinger, I think, in that tackle. He's come out here to the left wing. He's trying to get a bit of feeling back in that arm.
Skipper Lancer.
Good defence this set. Only 25 metres out, they'll have to kick.
Yeah, the last tackle. End over end. It's going to be...
They won the battle there, Wynnum.
That's the 40-metre line. So here he comes back in line. Amatuanai gets across the halfway line. So they've got a full set here. 48 metres out from the try line. Coles. Fullback Huff comes in, tries to get through, gets a big shot there coming in. So gets up, quick play the ball. Coles is with the footy. They're on their roller skates here, the West Brisbane Panthers. The Seagulls are starting to come to the party. That's the 30-metre line, 20-metre line, I should say. Coles goes to the right-hand side. He's with Herdigan. Herdigan hangs on, almost gets through the gap there. Tackled there by Jenkins. 8 metres out from the try line. Coles is a dummy half here. Score is 10-0 in favour of the Panthers. They go through the hands. The big forward and Hewitt. Still going Hewitt. Jeez, he's close. Referee says yes. And referee Jesse Burns looks down there on the big unit and Hewitt goes over for a 4-pointer. Well done, Wynnum Manly.
As I was saying,
Nostradamus Glidden.
He's a good footballer. He competes. He's only a kid. He played in Wynnum's 18s grand final a couple of weeks ago. He played in the 17s winning premiership team last year. He's got some footy in him, and I see him as an Intrust Super Cup player in the near future.
It was a beautiful work, was he? He had plenty of work to do when he got the ball. Have a look at this. It was a great set, great quick play the ball. Here he goes, just taking the pass here. Look, he still had a wall of Panthers in front. He beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4, beat 5 to get across the ball across the line and slams it down. What a great effort from Cooper Hewitt.
That's that left foot step. Outstanding from the big fella. Well, the Seagulls, they needed to do that, and they needed to actually stamp some authority on this game here. Before it was all the Panthers winning the wrestle. And this conversion here from Wilson is successful. It's 10-6.
Back in the game.
Back in the game.
Would it be fair to say Western are looking a little bit tired over the last 10 minutes? Just Wynnum sort of hit him in behind the play of the ball, started to win the ground.
They've just lifted their pace, Wynnum, in the last they have, and they looked dangerous early, but then kept making mistakes. Whereas in the last 5 or 10 minutes, they've held onto the ball and they've kept that pace. Then the Panthers, I think they're just going to have to slow down that play the ball there.
Well, the question of mine, because we want to use the backs first, did they need to, their forwards just haven't got that game time and cohesion the first 10 minutes you look for? They're finding holes, but I mean, I think they got loosened up there by Carpenter, didn't they? That was
a couple of good runs in behind the play of the ball. It's a pretty important set, this one.
Swirling conditions taken nicely. The back here, and here they come now. The Seagulls, they're full of running. And that's Thompson Savalio. He'll get up and play it. Coles is a dummy half here. Coles has certainly been dynamic at the back since he's been on his ball. He's been quick to the dummy half. He's been getting his players onto their feet nice and smartly. And he's a driving force behind this forward pack at the moment as Coles. They go to the right-hand side, short ball. Coming in to do some tackling there is Jenkins, has been strong all afternoon. That's the 40. 20 in from the Arthur Lovell Sansi. Coles.
There's them meters again behind the play of the ball.
Is that Hewitt again? Coles again. Geez, again, quick play. Well, grab a kick here and there by Herdigan. Has to be awake there. Hayden at the back here, and he's going to take it 18 metres out from the try line. But, geez, Seagulls.
It's a pretty good set, actually. It's an 80-metre set, so.
Yeah, not bad from a restart, if you want. Yeah, they're certainly, the Panthers are going to have to fix up in behind the play the ball, Gledo. That's where they're getting beaten at the moment.
I agree, yeah. There's a bloke there pushed and shoving. The referee hadn't seen it. So,
there's a shot in the grand final coming through there as Edmonds. What a beauty on it.
What a wonderful tackle.
Grab a kick, nobody's home here. Needs a good bounce, Go and puts it on the toe again, and that'll go into touch there. All he needed there with Pesci was the ball to sit up nicely for him, but good field position here now for the Panthers.
What I have noticed is West play a little bit of ad-lib footy there, you know, that's, if that works, it's great, but at the end of the day, that's probably not the kick you're looking for. And, the time in the game, 7 minutes to go.
Whooshka.
Great
what
tackle.
Shot.
Great tackle.
Some will say his legs were above the horizontal, but he's just happy to be alive.
That was just a great tackle.
It was a great, and I'll talk about the axe earlier on. That was a Gilmeister special.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they don't let you tackle like that anymore.
Beautiful stuff here. must give credit to the BHP women's competition. There's hardly ever any high shots, but players like Ronna Peters and they just know how to tackle and hurt people. Halfway line cross, so it's the 40-metre line here by the Seagulls. So good Coles. He was overran the ball here, so has to go in the hands there of Herdigan, and Herdigan finds a ball runner, and that's a big man in Edmonds, and Edmonds, he'll get up and play it. That's the 20-metre line here. Coles, slow play the ball, but Herdigan's got it. They come to the left-hand side, going back inside is Moore, and Moore will take that almost to the 10-metre. Last tackle here for the Seagulls. They're down 10-6 here. Still got 8 minutes to go, 7 minutes to go. Grub a kick. It's been played. That referee says no. And Hayden will pick it up 1 metre out. Good set again from Seagulls.
Much better finish to their sets there. They've kept, right on the try line. West are in a big bunch here. There's Blake's pretty poor body language. Yeah. Look at this defence.
The Seagulls really lifting their pace at the moment.
Iopo, the right winger, he's got Polex, now Jenkins. Good carry there from Jenkins, gets to the 10. But his opposite number in Noxum Baker puts a tackle on the right hand centre 3/4, has to come in and do some work here. That's the 20. 2 tackles remaining in this set. Panthers looking for a way out from their own end. They had numbers out to the right hand. Now he gets the offload now here to Iopo, who's come back onto the right hand wing. Lickety split. That's for 40 metres and the last. So the last 2 tackles have got about 20 metres, which is unusual.
Oh,
that was the forward pass. Referee, the touch judge says it's fine. It's going to be kicked there by Hawes. End over end. It's going to be ended up in the hands of Huth, who'd let it go initially, but the ball bounce back towards him. Does a bit of a goose step. He's going to get hit there by Tuatanoa. Higgledy-piggledy stuff here, but what a great defensive set here from the Seagulls. So they're doing everything right in attack and in defence. A bit of a goose step there from Ballsy. I don't know whether Ballsy's gone to the right wing or not, but anyway, he's the only man out there. A couple of don't argues, a couple of more don't argues from Noxum Baker.
He's been good since he's been on.
Son Baker. The calf wrapped up there, so there might be an injury there perhaps, but anyway. Seagulls, bit of an error end over end, but good quick play the ball. Panthers still struggling to get back on side. Here's a goose-stepping run here from Gardner, and Gardner that's Cole Gardner, gets across the 40. Last tackle now here for the Seagull. Breeze is picking up. It's right at the back here of Herdigan. Puts it high. That's a big kick. That's a big kick. Swirling. Oh, nicely taken there by King.
Done very well to take that.
And a penalty as well. So well done to young King over there.
Done the kick up. Yeah, a couple of times they've just misjudged their runs. He just takes a little while to kick at Herdigan. He sort of just adjusts a little bit, and the timing of the players outside just gets a little bit out, and unfortunately they overran him.
The quicker you catch it, the quicker you kick it before someone hits you.
Panthers a fine touch. The Arthur Lovell stand side. That's Sean Chapman puts his flag up, not Luke. He told me today, don't get his name mixed up. And also I spoke to Adam Lipke, Mark Glidden. He said, I can't believe all the commentary tips I've given to you, Mark Glidden. You get to call the game first before him. So
Adam Lipke, never heard of him.
Yeah. Oh, really,
even though his big sign is up on the chook pen there.
Go to any post office, you'll see his photo on the wall. Smith will get up and play it on the
Australia's most wanted.
Exactly right. Tanga Gatua, penalty here. So this, look out. The Seagulls, 4 minutes remaining. They're down by 4. They fought their way back. The last thing that Peter Hannon wants is to give up that lead going into the sheds. And the Panthers, they like nothing more than to extend their first 10 minutes where they scored 2 tries.
A couple of penalties in a row, that's critical. They've had trouble getting down to the other end since they scored.
The last thing you want to do is the Seagulls have had the man in yellow. The yellow wheel get them some metres for you.
Yeah, it's a pretty dangerous set here for West. If West can get an opportunity here with 3 minutes to go before half time.
Pezzi. Replacement play there with Smith, and Smith gets the offload now to Hawes. Hawes, watch out for him. Now Tanga Gatua takes the tackle lead, driving with the lead, still getting close to the try line. He's going to be held up, is he? Just in the field of play. Rolls over, he'll get up and play it. Dummy half there is on. Long ball, floating. Pezzi, not ideal. It's with Smith. Smith straightens the play towards the crossbar. He's going to be pulled down.
That's a cannonball.
Late in the tackle count too.
Cannonball.
Yeah, you think they might take the 2 here?
Oh, he's inside the 10. Actually, I thought it was a cannonball. He was actually inside the 10 as well.
Okay. I thought it was a cannonball too, to be honest. No, they're going to take the 2. So, again, I thought you look at Bailey Coles. He goes at his legs.
Well, that was a cannonball anyway. Should have been a penalty for that. Yeah.
He's called him out.
Yeah, he might put him on report here.
Yeah, he's on report.
Yeah, there you go.
It's against, I think it might be against Coles.
Bailey Coles it was.
But he's put
I would say he's the captain at the moment because Dodd's off.
Anyway, the conversion or penalty attempt right in front.
The question is, 10-6 puts it up by 6 points. I get that, but you know, if you're Wynnum, what do you want the opposition to do? Do you want them to take the goal, or do you want them to have a crack at having a try? I'd probably want them to take the goal.
Totally.
What do? You're supposed to do.
You do what the opposition don't want you to do. That's it, exactly. So,
just like a marriage, really.
Well, I know where you're coming from there.
So this to take it back out to the 6th. 2.5 minutes remaining, and Hayden taking all his time. Referee Burns hasn't stopped the clock as yet. Oh, yes, he has. 2:42.
I reckon if I'm Peter Hannon, two things I'm saying at half-time. One of them is, you know, we need to hit him behind the play of the ball because field position wins games. But the other one is they need to stop their second phase offloads. That's really hurting them. Wynnum. West have been pretty good with their second phase footy, and that's when they've looked at their most dangerous, when they're getting some second phase football.
You got Mark Linton and Brad Tallon, myself, John Devon. Under 20s grand final here at B&B Cougar Oval, 12-6 with 2.5 minutes remaining.
It's been really interesting, quite different styles by both teams. Wynnum have played straight up the middle.
Yeah, nice and direct. And
West have been swinging wide, and it's Wynnum who made the more errors, which is, you wouldn't think it'd be the other way around.
Yeah, they play, to be honest, West play a little bit like North Queensland Cup play. They change their arm a little bit. They've got offloads. You know, short kicks, all that sort of stuff. 5 offloads to 0 to the West side.
And Ren kicked the bounce. It wasn't fortuitous for the Seagulls. In the end, it's going to be picked up there by Burns. But it's funny that the Panthers, the first 10 minutes, were happy to throw it around through their backs. And it troubled the Seagulls. And there's another shot there coming through from that man Edmonds again. And then the word got out there by Peter Hannon to the Seagulls. Jenkins now makes some metres, and since then the Seagulls have been full on. And you're right, they will be very happy for him to take the 2.
Yeah. Ooh.
That was great.
Picked up here, and it's going to be in the hands of Ballsy there. And now, so it's not over 90 seconds to go here in the first half here. Play down in backfield, and I'll play it on.
Good run.
Noxon Baker gets the offload to Coles, and Coles will drive forward 10 metres out from the try line. We're getting close to half-time. Waiting for a play, the ball slow as it is with Edmonds now, and Edmonds gives it off to Moore. Long ball out here for Matua Nani, and he'll go over and score in the corner.
Called it forward.
Oh, referee. A touch judge Cracknell has said it's a forward pass.
Oh, that's a big call.
Well, Amatua Nani is remonstrating. Just get on with it, young man. The last thing you want to do is a penalty against your side here for back chat.
Yeah, that's important. Less than a minute to half-time, and it's been called forward.
Well, don't be surprised. There's a couple of big hits to try and loosen that footy. There's Noxon Baker. It's one of those tacklers. That's the 30. Big play. Could be a big moment. We saw last week in the BRL semi-final where Wynnum man scored just before half-time. It was all in vain, of course, here, so you don't want to lose points just going into the sheds. It's with Vol. He's been heavily involved. It's with Hewitt, the tackler. Manhandled on the ground here, taking a turn to here. Gets away with it there, does Hewitt. I thought he was down there for a little bit too long. He was with Smith, looking for an offload. Nobody wants the footy, Glitto.
No, I think they're just waiting for the clock. Only 2 seconds left to go. They're looking forward to a rest.
Pause. He'll take the tackle. No, gets the offload here. This is crazy stuff. It's with Smith. Smith goes for a field goal.
I tell you what.
And, hits the crossbar and
wow.
It goes dead. Well, Mr. Smith, he doesn't look anything like a drop kicker, but look at that.
That was a cracking kick.
It was a beauty into the breeze.
I think it was outside the 40 too, wasn't it? That would have been a couple of points.
And that's the difference, isn't it, at the moment? West are playing a bit of ad-lib stuff and this and that, and offloads, and Wynnum are just direct, so it's interesting.
Well, half-time, it's 12 points to 6 in favour of the Panthers. Brad, what do you make of the stats on that one?
Yeah, well, it's been an interesting game. I think early on, Wynnum just couldn't hang on to the ball, and that really let West get into the game and get up to that 10-0 lead. Just a couple of errors, and West had plenty of ball. Wynnum then finally got back into the game, and a beautiful try to replacement. Cooper Hewitt just pushing through 4 or 5 players. And just in that last 5 minutes, a couple of mistakes from Wynnum. Probably unlucky not to score in the corner, but gee, I tell you what, they'll be happy that field goal got over. That was critical. So only 6 points the difference. Both teams are well and truly in it. And I'm sure, there'll be. I think the Wynnum side just in the second half. I think Coach Riwi Peru. I think he'll just talk to. Their coach Peter Hannon will just talk to him about up the middle, they were dominant up the middle.
Yeah.
They
I
beat
agree.
plenty of tackles, and just if they can hang on to the ball, they're really well and truly in this match.
Gluto?
Yeah, I agree with Brad. I think Peter Hannon will be saying, ball control's the key, and hitting in behind the play, the ball's the key, and probably the other thing defensively, they need to minimise some offloads. So if they can get that right. For West, number 9 was outstanding for them, Isaac Hawes, and their 7's got a little bit of footy in him, Joshua Pezzi. So for them to win, them two need to be on in the second half.
Tries to King, Hayden and Hawes for the West Brisbane Panthers, and Wilson and Hewitt. As we go through the first half, the players go to the sheds. We go through the highlights here if you want to go through this. This is the first try here to the West Brisbane Panthers. And it was that man Hawes who's just lurking to the right-hand side. He gets a nice short ball here. Huth tries to tackle him. He goes over and opens the account here, and the Panthers are pretty happy. And then to the left-hand side, it's all cut-out passes, Brad.
Yeah, it was a good move, this one, wasn't it? Just this last, couple of really good balls here. That was a ripper, from
Josh Whittaker just turned in there, and
great ball.
Yeah, it hurt Wynnum a little
King
bit.
in the corner.
And Coles finds ball runner.
Yeah, right. Finds Cooper Hewitt, a little bit of footwork, just strong, tough, just competitive. He wanted it more than they did. He's a good kid.
First time I had a look at that replay close up. Holy smokes, he took a lot of work to get there. And have a look at this for a hit.
Good tackle,
Whoa.
Bang, crunch.
It's a wonderful tackle.
And on, gets up and looks to see how many wheels on that truck. And then it's with Smith and the Panthers. Well, they get a penalty right in front. They take the 2 points.
Be interesting to have a look at this one.
Was called forward.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I tell you what, I think it was okay because I think out of their hands it was a bit of hesitation. I think it was called by the referee.
Referee
It's
rather
hard
than...
to say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it looked all right out of their hands actually.
Well,
So,
the winger thought so as well. Here we
have a
go.
look at this.
That
There
is
you
the
go.
40.
No, it wasn't.
Well, he was actually
only
outside.
it was a 1 point. It was only a 1 pointer, but crunch.
Yeah,
Geez,
good.
didn't he strike that?
That's not a bad strike. Into the breeze, as mentioned. All right, we'll take a quick break here from BMD Cougar RA. Well, the half-time score is 12 points to 6. We'll be back with the second half very, very soon. Welcome back for the second half here. The under-19s grand final. 12 points to 6 in favour of the Panthers. A penalty kick just before half-time. And Mark Litton, Brad Tell, myself, John Devine, 35 minutes we'll have a winner. And at the moment, I can't really pick one, but the way the Seagulls finished off that second half, Brad, you'd think Peter Haddon wouldn't have been too upset with the half-time chat.
Yeah, still just a few errors in discipline, and early on they weren't great. Penalties 4-2 to Wests, and those couple of late penalties really critical to stem the tide, because Wynnum was starting to really get back into the match. One of them converted for a penalty goal, but 12-6 as we get the second. We would get the second half underway, except there's
waiting for Jesse Burns, the referee.
Referee's missing.
Gleno, your
Let's
thoughts,
get on with
mate? Do you think those instructions you mentioned them, Peter Haddon would pass on?
Oh, definitely.
What he'd say?
I'd like to think so. Yeah, Brad pretty well hit the nail on the head, mate. And probably for West, I think their first 20 minutes they were really good, but they went away from what was working for them. So look, again, West play a little bit of ad-lib footy. It was not a bad thing, and Wynnum are quite structured. So Wynnum can hang on to the footy. It's going to be a really even contest. I can't pick a winner at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah. Panthers had 55% possession in the first half, completed 13 out of 16, 11 out of 15 for Wynnum, although they're about 4 out of 7 early, so they definitely improved as the second half gets underway.
Here's that man Smith, who had a shot at a field goal here, brings it back into the field of play. He's probably got to be the most versatile forward on the planet to be able to kick a field goal from that far out, hit the upright. Big contact here, not for the first time either. It was Nook Sun Baker. He's been putting some big tackles in. Coming in over the top there is Hewitt.
And there's that offload again straight away. They're straight back into the offload. So that's the difference at the moment.
Yeah, 6-1 the offloads in the first half. That makes it 7-1.
Wow. Hey, you're all over the stats, mate. Outstanding. Tunoa.
David Middleton.
Jenkins. But these are very important stats, and I think that's something they really need to look into. I'm sure they have those things, but the offloads, and you mentioned it actually having, without looking at any graphics at all, you picked up on the offloads. It's the last tackle on the halfway line here for the Panthers. Breeze is coming from top of right to bottom left of your screen, and as Huff brings it back into the field of play on the 30-metre line. Coles been good from dummy half here. He's certainly generated some stuff. Here it is with Wilson. Wilson gets up again. There's Wilson, and in the end, On has to come over and stop his progress, but he got across the halfway line justice with Coles there. Now the winger Nama Tunani, who thought he scored the try here, was called back for a forward pass. Maybe a turning point of the game. Coles, that's the 40-metre line here. Finds the back row in there, and Raburu. And Raburu will get almost to the 20. Tackle over there by Bowl. He'll get up and play it. Coles gives it off now to the halfback, and then Moore loses the footy here. It's going to be picked up. Play on, says the referee, and the Panthers will run away with it. Still trying to get a few more metres under the account, as Huth will be the tackler.
Yeah, that was a poor pass from, I think it was Blake Moore, the 6 from Wynnum. Cole Gardner's running a really good lead, and he hit him around his bootlaces, so not ideal.
Tunaloo. Yeah, mate.
They've missed more tackles, the Panthers, 12-6 the missed tackles as that pass goes along the ground. So, but a lot of them just straight up the middle. But once again, Wynnum not getting to their last tackle. They'll be so disappointed with that.
Well, work it up the middle, halfway. Tackler is Coles over the top. Every side has to have a red head, and the Seagulls have got Coles. Short ball finds Jenkins.
Good tackle.
A lovely tackle around the angle. Hangs on, probably a little bit longer would have been nice here. A wrap around move to a degree to Tanua. Goes almost into his own play there, and Hayden before he gets to 15 metres out. Coles tackles around the ankles. Last tackle here. Hawes has already got one. They hang off, pops it out. They got numbers to the right-hand side.
Oh, give it.
The Panthers had 4-2 overlap.
And they get a penalty anyway, inside the 10.
Well, did they
Luckily.
take the 2 points to take it out to 8?
Oh, I think Wynnum are in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah.
Again, you do what the opposition don't want you to do.
Well, Jenkins is looking to Wariwi Peru.
I think they're going to take
They're
the 2,
going to
I
take
think.
the 2.
No, going to take the
I
tap.
think I think the coach wanted to take the 2. I think the players wanted to have a crack.
Anyway,
we'll work out here what's right and what's wrong.
Jeffrey was saying take the 2.
So Burns will get up and play. 5. Let's see what the plays are. They right. It's with Hawes as a dummy half, and they got numbers shut down this time. 1-on-1 at the moment from the Seagulls and the Panthers. Dart from dummy half goes Pezzi, and the halfback will go over and score. And 2 points. That will take 4, maybe 6.
That was the right call.
You're right. They were in trouble with Seagulls.
Second try too to Isaac Hawes, but all on the back of a great play. The ball from that player we saw have a great shot at Phil, just missing the field goal, but yeah, great work.
I thought it might have been a halfback.
Sorry, it was Hezzy, was it? Yeah, sorry, was it not? My mistake.
I'm not sure who scored. Here we go. We'll find out here.
It's a dummy half.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the 7's going to the dummy half, yeah.
Was Pezzi, I just saw, there he goes, just picks it up. Yeah, great work, great play the ball, just fantastic work. Rack that try up to Jaden Smith, that one, great work.
He's a little bit of a dummy there from Pezzi, and Huth, who's the fullback, fell for it just briefly enough there for the cap to open up nicely there for the halfback to score the try.
One thing I know about goal line defence is you take care of the 9. Well, in this case,
Always.
the 7 first, always.
Yep.
You put grass behind you, and they're the two things Wynnum didn't do then. They didn't get off the line, and they never took care of the 9.
It's something the Ipswich Jets did a lot of. They got penalised a lot as well.
They used to, yeah.
Where their line defence is always intact, but they gave away a lot of penalties. But they generally, the play had to go back 10 metres, so they won that argument. Although they had 6 more tackles. So conversion attempt, 16-6 for the Panthers. First to score in this half as they were in the first. It's to the brand new scoreboard, and that's gone on the roof. See you later, Pils. 18 points to 6. Sorry, yes, 18 points to 6.
Yeah, once again, Wynnum had a reasonable start, good first set, dropped the ball. West have gone down, picked up a penalty, score a try. Just so frustrating for the Seagulls.
Yeah, penalty error, error, penalty, and try. That's exactly what happened in the first half, as you said, Brad. So.
Yeah, well, they had the penalty, and they looked to the sideline, as you mentioned, and they decided to take on the line and won it. Huff gets back under the way. That's not a bad kick here.
Well done.
It's going to be taken on the fly there by Ayapoa. Tackler is Whittaker. Still in a wrestle. Holds his ground. Hawes. They put it through the hands. Second ball carrier there, and it's going to get crunched there. He Burns loses the footy. And the Seagulls a chance to hit back. Cole's a dummy half here. 40 metres out from the try line. They find the back rower in Hewitt. He's been strong since he's been out there. Hewitt gets to the 30. Coles to the left-hand side. Going back inside is Edmonds the way the ball came, and Edmonds will stand and tackle before he's wrestled on the ground there by Hawes. Coles slow play the ball here. The Panthers in a bit of trouble. Moore goes himself. Moore, can he get through? Yes, he does. And Moore goes through the hands of Hayden, the fullback, and comes up with 4 points, and the Seagulls hit back.
That was a good try.
Yeah, Blake Moore doing it all himself. Had a look up. They've threatened that a little bit today. The Wynnum and the Seagulls juniors, Wynnum and junior Seagulls. They've just had a look up there. Blake Moore. The defence just around the middle hasn't been great, has it?
No, it hasn't. What he did and did well was he had the footy in 2 hands. He showed in, would help someone. He showed out. Here he goes. Shows out. Goes. Gets to the fullback.
The Maori
shows in and got his bumper bars up, and the one couldn't take care of him. So well done.
Yeah,
good try
from Blake Moore.
Elbow to the esophagus.
So once again, that coach's lament, getting through that set after scoring. Just scored the try to take him out to 12 points to the Panthers. Dropped the ball on the second tackle, and Seagulls taking full advantage.
It was a pretty important kick, obviously, to bring him in within converted try. So
yeah, Wilson.
Pretty windy out there at the moment.
He's just about kicking straight into it, I think.
I think when we did BRL Weekly, 30 kilometres an hour, we're expecting.
He's done well there. That's a good kick. Really good kick. Oh, well, game on.
Very important. Well, put it this way, we've got to remember that Smith, with that breeze at his back, could probably kick it from the halfway or his own 40. Now, look at this. That's a lot of effort there from the...
Good kick there from Harry. Good kicker for Harry Wilson, that one. The kicker after Moore scoring. But, yeah, of course, kicked the winning penalty goal last week. It was a penalty goal that got them here in extra time down at Kitchener Park over Carina. So he's used to kicking under pressure, Harry Wilson.
Panthers, well, they more reserved with their restart, whereas the Seagulls put one dead for a penalty, but this time the Panthers might have learned from that. Lands on the 10-metre line, and the Seagulls bring it backwards with Coles. Big contact here, spinning and turning. That might be a
Cole Gardner, I think.
Replacement player there in Gardner. And get up on the 40. Coles from dummy half. Hangs on to it. Well, he was looking at who was coming at him there. Tango Gatua was rampaging towards the Seagulls player who I can't catch the number of, and he had a good look.
How are you ever a coach, Glenno?
Yeah, it's frustrating. And I know Bailey Coles, and Bailey does some wonderful things, in particular defensively, but he's got one of them in him, 1 or 2 of them in the game.
But Edmonds had no intention of catching that.
Well, I don't think he was going to get it.
No. Well, he knew what he was going to get because he had...
And it was a no-look pass too, which doesn't help.
I think the two of us going to come through and actually break some ribs. But anyway, the Seagulls have to defend now as Jenkins spins and turns in the tackle there from Knoxon Baker, who's been strong since he came on. Mark Liddon mentioned in the first half, slow to play the ball, so the Seagulls want to get back to those good defensive sets of 6, let alone the completing one. Halfway of the 40-metre line has been crossed. They've got 4 Panthers to the left. They go to the right-hand side, centre of the park. It's with Hayden, gets the offload. That's got a big shot there coming from Wilson. To the right again go the Panthers. Throws a bit of a dummy Pezzy, and it's going to make pay. He's tackled. A good quick play the ball from the West Brisbane. Smith puts a don't argue on Cole. Still going Smith, thinking about the offload. Doesn't do so. Right in front. Last tackle now here for the Panthers. Hawes goes for himself. Does he know it's the last? I don't think he did.
It was a pretty disappointing set, I thought, from West. They didn't offer a real lot. And, you know, maybe the 9 did know, I don't know. But they've... it's not a bad place to be.
No, true, but numbers to the right-hand side. And like to get down there and maybe get another set from a restart.
A lot depends on if Wynnum complete this set.
Coles, that's right. Jenkins, been out there for the whole game as the left-back rower. And that man's back on the park here. Here he comes as Carpenter. And Carpenter thinks about the offload. Now that's what's caused the error. He thought about popping it out. Well, he can remonstrate all he likes to referee Burns, but Carpenter, he tried to promote the footy, and the Panthers hit him.
So the difference with offloads, well, West are doing their offloads, it's one-on-one, sometimes two-on-one. Wynnum are doing it when there's 3 or 4 players on them. It's too much traffic, you know. They need to be selective with their offloads.
You could see him trying to get that ball out, didn't you? And then he started to go down, and he didn't have full control of the footy. And
time and a place.
Yep, exactly.
And the time and the place isn't on second tackle coming out of your own end.
I was going to say, what tackle was it? Second or third? Anyway.
1 out of 4 completions in the second half. When they did score with that 1 completion. Oh, nice
flick
ball.
pass, not too bad. And Tanalulu get up to a Tanona, dummy half. Hayden finds Jenkins, gets the back pass to Hayden. Numbers to the right-hand side. The Panthers, goose stepping now is on. Takes on the defence there, and it's going to be pulled down there on the far side there by Wilson. He'll get up and play 15 out from the try line. Geez, they're lying all over him. I don't know, what's the penalty count, Brad, as we go through? It was Pezzy.
5-2.
5-2. Done a great job. He was Jesse Burns in his grand final appearance here in the under-20s. Still got 23 minutes to go. Pezzy. The halves combining to a Tanoa.
Tackle from
it was a good tackle.
Cole.
Grubber kick here. Wow, coming back in to pick that up there was Herdigan, and then he decides to run into the clubhouse, which I wouldn't mind doing myself.
He's ran out of a schooner.
He's going to have a line dropout that had the breeze in his face.
First dropout of the day.
Yeah.
Nice little kick there from Hayden.
Well, I don't think he had any other options because the Seagulls outside defence had come up and they sort of took out Ayapoa, the left-hand winger for the Seagulls. So he had, for the Panthers, he had no other option.
You see in that set, West had 2 offloads, but they were controlled offloads. Whereas Wynnum trying to do an offload with 4 blokes out on, and there's arms and legs flying everywhere. It's messy.
Hayden gives it off to Sue and comes through. And Coles puts him on a shot. He's a rangy customer as Coles, and he knows how to tackle.
He's a very good defender. Very good technique.
Smith. Seagulls hanging on. They lead by 6 to the Panthers. Pezzy takes to the line, allowed to do so, almost gets through there, and a good ball and all tackler. That might have been from Gardner. Hawes. It's with Sue, and Coles again around the ankles. Go for a mountain of work. Hawes from dummy half. Short ball, sprinting and turning his bowl, but he's going to be denied. Last tackle. Does Hawes know it? Does this time. Goes to the right-hand side. Pezzy. Now in the hands of Hayden, goes back in. Hayden flicks passes to nobody. It's come up the play on, says referee. Still the last, to the right-hand side. It's Witt on, throws it back inside. It's in the hands of Pezzy. He throws it in the hands of Hayden. They're going absolutely nowhere. Hayden decides to put a grubber kick in. Picked up, run away. It's with Huff, the fullback. Huff, he's across the 40. He's across the 50. Huff, he's heading down the straight of Flemington. He's on his way to the finish line. And the Seagulls score right in front of the chip bed. And Huff gets the 4-point home.
It's a funny game, football, isn't it?
What a turn in momentum. Wow.
I was just about to say before that Bailey Cole's legs tackled, and it gave him a quick play of the ball, and I thought West were going to score, and then all of a sudden that happens. it's a funny game.
They messed around. They decided not to kick it. They were just messing around with it. They thought they had the opportunity. Here, our ball back inside. Finally gets to the fullback Hayden, who got a dropout the last time he kicked it. Here's a quicker look up. Thought I'll get to go himself. I think going a kick left might have been nice there, but just a little dribble, beautifully picked up.
Picks it on his hip.
Yeah. And off he goes. Look at that nice running style. Look at that. Eh?
What are you doing in 32?
He's got the pistons pumping.
2032. You got yourself
wow.
champion. Well done. And there you go. A nice little swan dive into the in goal area.
Well, game on.
It's a funny game, as you said, Glitto.
Oh,
Peru would be lamenting. It was a terrible end of the set of 6 there. It wasn't structured. They had no idea. They were throwing it for sake of throwing it. And
that's the sort of footy West have played today. Yeah. And they've probably done it all year, and good on them. Like they're playing some footy, but if you play that sort of footy, them sort of things sometimes happen.
We're all locked up. 18-all. 20 minutes remaining. Under 20s grand final. Oh. Big crowd here at BMD Cougar Oval.
It was hard to pick a winner too. Who wins it from here, Glitto?
Oh, no.
Smith field goal from 50 out.
The one that scores the most points again.
Yeah, you're still on that.
No, there's nothing between these two sides, yet they play two completely different styles of football.
And that's what I think we can expect, Brad, in the grand final, A grade as well, Valleys and West, two completely different styles of footy.
Yeah, it just makes it interesting, doesn't it? Because I mean, Wynnum, they've only completed 2 sets this half, and both of them are tries.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
And dropped the ball the other 4 times.
Reserve grade grand final at 2 p.m. live here on your Facebook pages. Cameron Anchor, Jason Lizio and Brad Talon will run you through all that. And it's the Panthers, we've got to get a winner here. We may go into extra time. We may need that field goal. But anyway, it's a long way away from that as Knoxville Baker gets up and play it. It's funny what a try does. Bullseye hasn't quite involved himself much here this afternoon, and he's going to say go back and play 2 metres.
Just players down. I think it's Isaac Hawes just copped a bit of a head knock.
Well, it's not a good sign. We'll get up and say to touch Judge Sean Chapman, you're not my father. Maybe I need to go off. Luke is. Look at this, yeah, got a bit of a left shoulder coming from Jenkins, I think.
I tell you, they're going to miss him if he has to go off because he's been very good for him.
He will go off, HIA. It's a smart thing to do.
Well, he should do if they're doing their job.
No, I seem to think everything's
They might have thrown the old how many fingers.
and told him how many before they put him up. I've got 4 fingers, should say 4. Make sure the referee hears you. No, they're having a good look at him, which is good. So 18 points apiece.
19 minutes to go.
And, no idea.
What messages do the coach sends out at this time, Glitto? You've done a lot of coaching. What do you tell your team at this point?
If I'm Wynnum, it's all about completing our sets in field position. It's something they haven't done. I mean, you just said they completed 2 sets and then 2 sets led to tries. Yeah. So and if I'm probably the West coach, I'm probably continuing to have selective offloads because it's working for them. And it's upsetting Wynnum's defensive line.
There's your try score so far on field. 4 tries apiece, obviously.
11 offloads to 1.
Yeah,
Wynnum.
And the one offload they tried earlier was from Isaac Carpenter in traffic, and he knocked it on coming out of his own end. So,
well, everybody's regassed and ready to get going.
I've always been a big believer in if you can make eye contact with someone, then you offload. If you can't make eye contact with them, don't throw it. You've got to find them with your eyes.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, otherwise it's going anywhere. So Hawes goes to the sideline. Hopefully he'll be all right. He may or may not come back on, but you're right, they may miss him. Oh, a bit of a juggling act there from
Cole Gardner, I think. Yeah.
Coles, geez, he's been strong in defence and attack. He was the dummy half, the 40. They're not going to take him off. The referee's going to say go back. This time, took a few minutes out of the account there, did Gardner. Fayatili's rolling his arm. Might got a bit of an injury. Here he comes now is with Carpenter. He gets the offer. There's eye contact with Coles.
And there's a better offload.
Yep. Couldn't go wrong there. Coles gets across the halfway line. 18-all. Under 20s grand final. It's Herdigan. Puts a kick in. The winger isn't back there. Has to be all done there by Hayden. It's in the end goal area. The chase is pretty good. Falls over just in the field of play.
It's a wonderful kick, and the fullback did a really good job there.
That was just silly. That is just... You let him play at a metre out.
Yeah,
you don't try. I mean, there was no way he wasn't tackled.
That's a brain explosion, that one. You've given him 30 metres now.
Just silly.
That's it, son. It's done.
I mean, that's just... And then they had another crack.
Yeah, silly footy. Ill discipline.
Again, Brad, why would you be a coach?
That's what you call a coach killer, that one. There would have been a very explosive message gone out there.
Well, that's right.
Two
They
players.
had to play the ball a half a metre out.
Yeah.
Second best to a try, anyway. Fatili. Carpenter the tackler, along with Gardner. Smith is dummy half, probably the biggest dummy half you'll ever see. Speaking of big dummy halves, I've called it for a few years how big Harrison Graham is with the headgear on, but congratulations to Harrison Graham, gets a Broncos contract, so the pathway is working in the Queensland Rugby League.
Thoroughly deserved. Good footballer, young Harrison.
Very good player. So the Seagulls, last tackle, good defensive set here from the Seagulls. This is when the Darfin Pezzi puts a kick in and over in. Needs a bounce, puts it on the toes. Iapoa, does he get there first?
He's knocked it on.
No, referee says no, and so does Cracknell, the touch judge.
They're going to be in the field of play. Will it be a scrum?
There's some short kicks again. You know, they're playing that little bit of ad-lib footy.
Jeez, it was close.
Ipswich Jets LR 2015.
Here it is. Let's have a look at this. The big one's
Very
good.
close. He knocked it on there.
Yeah, he just tried to scoop it up, did he? But
he was claiming it.
Yeah, it was a good effort there by the 17 Edmonds for to be
turn
back
and
there.
chase.
The
Seems to
Seagulls
be in the way.
I need to get out of that big bunch there in the Seagulls. They're looking to throw a blanket over them at the moment.
Like a flock of seagulls, aren't they?
Well,
Coles, nobody's on this right-hand side with back row and Knoxon Baker.
it's a good carry.
Knoxon Baker, yep.
If I'm Wynnum, I'm trying to get at our big number 10 there from West. His sideways movement's a little bit dodgy because he's such a big man.
Bulty.
Felix, I think it is. Is Felix? Felix Fulty.
Fartilli.
Kedding.
Well, he went forward now. He's been pushed sideways there by Lancer and company, but he stays on his feet. Quick play the ball. It's almost a hint of a knock on. Puts it to the side. Sky does Hurdy-Gurn.
Oh, he's got him again for being off. Oh, no.
For Lip. Now, hang on a second. How can you get penalised? So he's given it to who on the way past, and the referee's penalising for
maybe the kicker got hit and backplayed that I didn't see.
So referee Jesse Burns is going to call out Knoxon Baker.
Two ill-disciplined. Two penalties from ill-discipline.
Couple of swear ones there, mate. I'm not going to cost 80%. You will be sitting down, okay?
The big talking to. Tell you what, 7-2 the penalty counts now.
Brad, help me out with this one. What's he done? He said something on the way past.
Must have on his way past him. Yeah, he said it was dissent. So put him on record. So.
It's not a great touchline, but nonetheless they've got the footy in hand here of the Panthers, so that could be a turning point. I remember seeing the semi-final of the Intrust Super Cup between North and Wynnum Manly here, and it was a penalty for ball in hand, the attacking side, right in front of the chook pen, and the referee awarded the penalty to North, and that changed the game.
Right in front of the chook pen.
How can you not swear?
Write your own death warrant then,
He hasn't been seen again. Last time he was in the car.
There we go.
Big fella for Tilly.
That's why he's on. That's why the big fella's on.
And for Tilly, look at a quick play the ball. Take this up. No dummy half hands with Smith. Ball and all tackle. That's courageous there from Cole. So it might be actually Gardner. He'll get up and play. Hell, it's another crack. The big unit close. Oh, he tries to reach out with the left wing. No, last tackle. 15 minutes to go. 18 all. Smith puts a grubber kick in. Nobody knows about it. It might be Doc Dead. That will get a restart. And he almost killed that guy underneath the scoreboard with that kick.
Got the result, but got the drop out.
Wow, what happened there for Tilly? Just went nuts in that last two tackles.
I tell you what, it'd be nice and warm out there. The players really feeling it now.
And that's why back-to-back
to go.
sets are so important. And Wynnum's body language is a little bit shot here. Blokes with hands on hips.
And Carson Huth doing it tough too back there.
Yeah.
Scored that 100-metre try, of course, and managed to kick that one dead. As here come the Panthers.
Jenkins, he'll get up. 22 out. Lance has got some tape around the head here. He gets the offload. Coles is the tackler. 15 out now for the West Brisbane Panthers to break this deadlock. Lancer gets with the footy, thinks about the offload, but takes a tackle there of Coles around the ankles, and then, well, Vu over with the top. Smith's everywhere. It's with Pezzi. Puts a kick
early
in,
kick.
coming through, and knocked dead in goal there by the Panthers.
No, he got his, I think, so it'd be a goal line restart.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
I think it's a 7-tackle restart. Been knocked dead by the
Yeah,
Panthers.
What play was that? Play 3?
Yeah, it's play 3. Geez, I tell you what, was Nello there. Once again, just Huth coming across, just getting in the way. Big
Bugger all
play.
in that.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
You can't believe it. Yeah, Lancer didn't really have to do that. He's going inside and right here by the old tap on the back of the
I
head.
hate
and the
that
referee
tapping
pulling
on the
it.
head.
Totally.
Bloody crazy.
He's a
He could
captain.
change his decision here. You know, they've done that before.
Touch judge is coming in.
Touch judge Cracknell coming in. And, oh, look, it doesn't hurt, but it's not in the spirit of the game. So Lance is going to be called
I think
out.
he'll just back the scrum, will he?
Nope.
No, high tackle.
He's going to penalise him.
There you go, high tackle.
Wow.
That's a big change.
We've seen a penalty for back chat on the run with the ball in hand.
And that'll stop him patting on the head next time, but that wasn't what it was for. The touch on the other side saw some high contact.
There you go. So for the ball.
Geez, that's a turnaround.
I'm stuck, yeah, okay. So that was the initial infringement, caused the knock on. Then Lance went over the head tap, and that caused a bit of push and shove. So we saw this
Shoulder
in the first
charge,
half.
Yeah, he
That's
got
a
him
shoulder
too.
charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Panthers are needing to stop this. They're playing good footy.
Yeah, they have been. Their discipline's just hurting them at the moment. You know, they're in this game. And just little things.
That
High
was
tackle, shoulder
unnecessary.
charge. Pat head. Can't do any of them things.
So the Seagulls, well, they need to make hay while the sun shines.
Just going to call both captains out
Cox
here.
and
Good
Baker.
idea. Just have a bit of a time to settle down, I think.
So when this happens, I don't think I've ever seen a captain go back to his players and say, the referee said,
No.
go back and tell your players, yeah, right. Never going to happen.
Actually, he's just going to talk about that. It was just that push and shove, which was a bit unnecessary. Got the penalty. Just get up and get on with it.
Yeah, he's had a good game, Jesse Burns, the referee in the middle.
Yeah, he's going to have a chat with the other. And this will be about, I think he'll probably go on report here. The shoulder charge, the big man.
For Teely.
Got you for a shoulder charge, mate. Let's
Yeah.
go
Yeah, it's
forward,
on report,
first of all.
And Harry Lance, who wants to have a word
Just
as
like
well
I said
about
to them, we
why.
don't need players coming together after that.
But anyway,
I'm on
penalty
top
to go
of
in
that.
favour of the
I've
Seagulls.
talked
It's
to them,
18
boys.
points
You've got a
off,
couple for
13
you as
minutes
well.
remaining. Remember,
Without
2
players coming
p.m.
together, I have to sit them down.
Reserve grade, first one between West and Valleys, and then at 4 o'clock the big dance in the BRL Premier A grade competition, the grand final. First time the Panthers and the Diehards were playing the BRL grand final in 84 years. You were there for that game, were they?
Yeah, I was born around then, John.
Born around then.
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Float down the river and they found you some reeds.
Yeah. Jesus is playing for Jerusalem.
Wynnum haven't played the ball in the opposition 20 this half. They've scored 2 tries through it, but here's their first opportunity to actually put some pressure on the Panthers.
Well, the message from, I would imagine, Mark Liverpool, Peru is shut your mouth, play footy.
That's it. Get on with it.
Exactly.
Here he is, the danger man, Isaac Carpenter.
And Carpenter just throws himself to the line. A bit of push and shove in the background. A lot of Seagulls to the right-hand side here. Long ball out here. Boozy has to
Nice
catch
ball.
it.
Nice ball.
And Boozy go over and score a try. Well, the Panthers, well, they only got themselves to blame here as the Seagulls strike and they're back in front for the first time in a while.
The funny thing is that come off a really poor dummy half pass from Jackson Dodds that hit the ground, but it bounced straight into the 7 or 6. I can't.
Blake Moore.
Was it Blake Moore,
Yeah.
the 6's arms and wonderful vision.
Finally, well, we saw it happen in the first half, but it was real forward. But this time, just a beautiful ball, and the Seagulls in front for the first time. Here it is. Just a bit of messing around. They were just a bit too compressed. Here it is. Just beautifully picked up.
Yeah, he
by
done
Moore.
really well there.
That was a lovely ball.
The
Yeah,
outside
that
backs
bang.
jammed then. They didn't need
They
to
had
jam.
another man
They-
outside.
Yeah.
Where was the? Well, that was the winger who must have came in, was
No,
it?
well,
Yeah,
I
it
think
was,
you're right.
yeah.
There he is there. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just flying in.
So,
There was
oh, yeah.
12 Seagulls to the right-hand side. And I reckon the Panthers just saw who the hell's going to get this footy.
Yeah, King it was. King flew in unnecessarily and left.
You know, he
and-
holds shape and that try doesn't
Yeah.
happen. So.
because they'd man up. They had numbers. They had the numbers out there.
they did.
So a penalty leads to ball and field possession, and then they pounce the Seagulls. Goal kicking, well, it can be very important, especially in swirling conditions. If you can get them, it's a bonus. 22 points to 18, 11 minutes to go.
Thus far, at the back end of both halves is where Wynnum's, got a few points. Like West have been pretty dominant for the first 20 of both halves. Oh, he's hooked that one.
shocker.
Oh, jeez.
It's like one of your golf shots, Johnny.
Looks like all my golf shots, including with the putter. So the score remains 22 points to 18. How much will that cost if the Panthers are the score? Because
10 minutes left.
What do you reckon? They kick long here or they kick short? They've been
got to go long,
throwing all their bags of tricks in and out all day.
Well,
so.
Wynnum have made a lot of mistakes inside their own area. They've only completed 6 out of 11 in the second half, Wynnum. Panthers have completed 10 from 11, but now find themselves behind after leading by 6 at the break.
Yeah.
That's a good carry from Jimmy Ketting.
Yep. Back on the park here. They want everything out of him for the last 10 minutes. And actually, Dodds has come back onto the field of play here. I'd imagine Coles, you would think, maybe still out there. I thought he was fantastic. Anyway,
he was good, yeah.
Still trying to get every metre. Till he comes over the top. Sorry,
if I'm Pete Hannon, I'm probably trying to get Bailey Coles back out there and probably young Hewitt back out there as well.
Carpenter
at some stage.
Gets almost to halfway. Dodds a dummy half. Finds Ketting again.
This is a better set, just straight up the middle.
That's a really good set, really direct, middle third.
Seagulls trademark. It's with Hertigan. Puts a flat kick in, and Brendan, the winger isn't back there. It's with Hayden, will pick it up here. Hayden will keep going the ball, and the second ball come onto the field.
Now, don't do anything silly here.
I don't know. I'm concerned that Iapo hasn't played a lot of wing because on several occasions he's been not there for the kick.
Yeah, I'm not sure, mate.
Oh, big defence here from the Seagulls.
West are getting a bit rattled here, aren't they? Wouldn't need to hold their discipline, but I see there's the... I thought that was not...
They're gun shy here, the Panthers. Every time they look up here, there's a Seagull coming in with some big hits.
They've really lifted their pace.
Hadn't Jimmy Ketting lifted him in his last couple of carries, and then he was involved in that again.
Dodds just needs to be careful. He went on with it a little bit too much there in the face of one of the Panthers play. Last thing you want to do is have a scrum feed 10 out and have it turned around.
I'll tell you what, once again, we saw it in the first half when the Seagulls lifted the pace of the game and the Panthers just couldn't go with them. That's what's happened again. That was a great set from the kickoff. They just went straight up the middle, straight up the middle. Nice little kick on the end of it, and then they just lifted their defence.
That's when they've looked their best, when they've played up that middle third of the footy with some push in behind the play of the ball.
So the Seagulls up against the wall 5 minutes ago, Brad, and now they...
This is a huge set.
Yep.
This is a huge set.
Scrum fed one. It's with Hertigan. Oh, show and go. Hertigan loses the footy. Oh, Peter Hannon. Where is he? He's over there. He just spat his coffee across the breakfast
penalty,
table.
Johnny.
Oh, they got a penalty, right? Well, is that for a strip, was it?
Yeah, strip. Yeah.
So you take the 2 here and you get 6 in front.
Yeah, good work.
And you lose field position.
Carson Heath just going and saying, come on, guys, get out of there.
Well, Peter Hannon picked up his coffee and then Peru threw his across the table.
What do you do here? Take the 2?
I probably would, to be honest. As I said, you lose field position, but obviously, they've got to score twice to win it. So.
Well, do they do what the Panthers do?
They're going to take the 2. Yeah, the kicking tee's coming out.
Here's Charlie. But the Panthers decided to score a try right in front and got the chocolates. And Wynnum decided to play safe. Peter Hannon said we'll take the 2, take us out to 6.
Not a bad idea.
Well, slow. I think it's probably a good idea because everybody's getting a little bit feisty and a bit gnarly at each other.
I think that's the method that's got to go. That's the message. Particularly got to go out to Wynnum. Come on, guys, you're in front in a grand final with 7 minutes to go.
Yep. No penalties.
Nothing silly.
Discipline.
The referees. He's had a message from the touch judge and Chapman.
That was just from the people running in. A couple of plays there, players have run in. I think that's got to be the message at the moment from the referee, just saying that. But 7-5, last 3 penalties to Wynnum. They've been critical.
Yeah, no, definitely. Everyone's getting a rest here, so I don't know. That probably favours West, to be honest. They were looking a bit down and out.
Well, I'll definitely take the 2 now because the Panthers will be pretty regassed to a degree. It is warm here at BMD Cougar Oval, 7:47. It's a
Wynnum Doctor out there, lovely Bay Bruisers.
What's it called? You said
the Doughboy Doctor.
The Doughboy Doctor.
Doughboy Doctor. I've always heard it was called the Wynnum Doctor. Been around for a long time.
Well,
similar to you, John.
Wynnum's something, but Doughboy's the Shire or the county from way back when, so it's called the Doughboy Doctor. Anyway, Harry Lance is having a chance.
Harry thought he was going to have a slightly easier cricket goal, but referee Jesse Burns says, hang on.
Well,
he's done a Penrith, hasn't he?
That's about where the last one was from, isn't it, when he's hooked it. So Hopefully,
Oh, that's a good point, actually. How's his confidence? They say, you right, do this one? Oh,
well, hopefully he kicks to the right post and the wind brings it back.
Yeah, a bit like he struck the first conversion of this second half. Just struck
Yell
it
out-
nicely.
Yell at the Scotty Dunshay over there. He's an ex-goal kicker. He'll tell you exactly how to kick it. Goal kicking front rower.
he'd be a toe poker, though.
He was a toe poker, similar to Shane McNally in the day.
Shane McNally.
Yeah, another one.
And apparently, we'll just watch this important kick.
He needs to make sure he kicks it dead if he doesn't get it. No mistake.
Straight as a die.
Straight into the pen.
Sorry, Brad.
We saw a toe poke on Suncorp Stadium last week.
Who did that?
Oh, a certain little Luke Page.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And,
Okay.
well.
In
Short
his last
kickoff?
play in the Intrust Super Cup.
Short kickoff or long kickoff?
Oh, gee. Well, you're the genius coach, Glenn.
Well,
if I'm how many 6 minutes, I'm probably still going for a long kickoff here
yeah, totally.
because Wynnum haven't been great coming out of their end. They've had a few errors.
Player they got on this left-hand side here is Jenkins. And they're going to go long-ish.
They sort of
it's
funny kick.
not great.
No, I mean, wait a minute. I mean, either short or long. I mean, the halfway line, they got to restart here on the 20.
That was a nothing sort of
Yeah,
kick.
totally.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right.
He was trying to get it high, but unfortunately just went a bit long.
Oh,
Bit of a juggle.
High tackle.
Look out.
No.
Big shot there coming in from
But okay.
I thought that was
on.
similar to that. Here we go. He's got young
Yes,
Cooper
yeah,
back
yeah,
on.
yeah.
And
Hewitt trying to get out of the arms there of Jenkins. Dart from dummy half. Dodds gets underneath Fatilli. Fatilli throws him to the ground on the 50-metre line. Panthers, what can they do? Herdigan gives it off to Hewitt for his second carry in this set of 6. It's the last tackle. That's the 50-metre line just behind them. Herdigan puts a grubber kick in. Oh, knocked on, unfortunately, by a PO.
Oh, no.
yeah, unfortunately, he hasn't had a great day today, poor bugger.
Scored a good try early in the first half, but yeah, just starting to all fall apart a bit for the Panthers at the moment.
Yeah, here's a replay.
5 minutes remaining. Set for the field goal this set, maybe.
Well, yeah. Problem is, if you miss it, you give away
7
20
tackles
metres
set.
and 7 tackles. So
Make sure you get 10 metres out right.
if
in
you're going
front.
to,
Kick dead. Well, it's...
if they can manage it properly, Wynnum halves, they can probably hang around down here for the next 4
That's
minutes.
right. Just get to the last tackle and just try and dribble it in the goal. Get a race. They haven't had a Forster drop out.
No, there's only been one, hasn't there? And that was
two.
for
Couple,
two.
both from the other side.
Yeah.
All right, Seagulls. Bullsy's at first receiver. Can't get a tunnel here. Fatilli, the man-child, look at him. Massive. Bullsy's with it.
More running, less passing
Steps
here.
off the left, finds a couple of shots there, and Bullsy will get up and play. 10 out from the try line. Seagulls looking to put this one to bed. A lead by 6. Dart from dummy half. Oh, and a throw out to Moore, and Moore makes his way to the...
There'll be time out
Jeez,
here.
he's direct more, isn't he? He plays really direct for a 6. Ball on 2 hands. Strong ball runner.
Well, they were cautious, weren't they? Because we saw what he did to score that.
He's not
That
well.
try.
There's unfortunate Tristan Volt. A head knock. He'll have to go off, I think. He doesn't know where he is at the moment.
I don't know
He's
whether,
got his head in the wrong place, I think.
I don't think Hawes came back on either. That would have been 10 minutes ago, maybe, Glenn.
Yeah, that was an
Yeah,
important loss.
he didn't know where he was. He thought he was at Purtell Park.
Well, Jeffrey's here. Easily mistaken.
Just have them starting to all come a little bit apart for the Panthers. They got out to lead 18-6
Yeah.
at this stage. Trailing by 6, 4 minutes to go. Just mistakes, penalties. They've just had a really bad last 10 minutes or so here, the Panthers.
Well, the Chook Pen, you can see, the Mitch Cronin Hill. Trying to get their Seagulls over the line.
Big bag weekend for the Seagulls. Their seniors club sides, both in the grand finals tomorrow. 21 and the Intra Super Cup side. 21's playing Townsville. And up against Norths in the top grade down at
Morton
Daly Stadium. 12:45, I think, the Colts game tomorrow if you want to get down there. And still, they put some more tickets on sale now that it's gone to 100% capacity down there. So
What is the capacity there?
10 or 11, I think. Yeah, and top grade also up against Norths. Here go the Seagulls.
Oh, good tackle there from Pezzi around the ankles there of Carpenter. It's in the hands of Moore. Herdigan. Hearth. Oh, reaches out there for Knoxville. Baker
Geez, he nearly went through then. Great fend.
Yeah, it was Jenkins, the tackler. Huth, the fullback, tries to get through, and he's going to be denied by 4 Panthers. Last tackle here for Wynnum Manly Juniors. Hurtigan. Long ball, as long as you like. Field goal right in front. Successful. They lead by 1.
There you go, Brad. Good call.
Yeah, but it was beautiful. There was no pressure. He was right in front, 25 metres out, and gee, that makes it tough now for the Panthers.
They lead by 1 more, 25 points to 18. And now you'll get a short kickoff. Yep, so they're all coming over to this left-hand side. The majority of them, although they're going to kick to the right. Panthers end over end, touched by a Seagull, play on, knocked out over. The Seagulls will get up and play it, 3 minutes remaining. That's the 30-metre line. They had to do it, the Panthers, a short kickoff. It's with Thompson Savalio. Loses the foot, he comes off the face of a Panthers. Play on, says the referee. Called it back.
There was 2 in that tackle.
Yeah.
And a penalty. Panthers just can't take a trick.
Yeah, that's desperation there, just trying to get back that ball. Yeah, that was beautifully set up, that last field goal. You could see it coming. Blake Moore, he's controlled the Wynnum Seagulls. Was throwing a couple of good passes. I think it was a bit unlucky to have a try denied from a forward pass.
Nice and really direct, and he hits the line hard. He's tough.
Played a bit of A grade this year, I think, for Blake Moore.
He could have done. I'm not sure. I don't know if he's played any state 20s. I really don't know.
Well, being the Cougarai Oval is going to rock this weekend. Well, we'll start off with the, you would think, with the under-20s. Carpenter, nobody there, had his hands free. Dodds is a dummy half.
More running, less passing. Yeah, that's all they need to do.
Ketting drives with the leg, this Ketting. Whipped to the ground there by Fatili. And Felix running amok. Hurtigan. Quaxon Baker thinks about going himself, rolls over. He does go himself and gets tackled 8 out. Bullsy, centre of the park. Hurtigan loses the footy. Got a chance here. The hands of Lancer now. They're going to try and put it through the hands here, the Panthers, but that's a great tackle there by Wilson.
Good play of the ball. That should be a penalty.
Passer didn't need to be thrown, that one. They're trying to score points. Don't need to score points. You're ahead by 7.
Yeah, it was a funny sort of set, wasn't it?
Yeah, like it's like they wanted to score.
You just take it through, even if you get tackled 5 metres out on the last tackle.
That's it.
Kick for touch.
I suppose they think 7 points up there, not that much, and that's not out.
Well, they had to try and get every metre they can. It's going to the end of Huff. You can hear the crowd from the call from the Chook pen. Huff takes it back in the line and gets to the 40.
Yeah, they've only completed one of their last 6 sets, the Panthers. That's
tail of the tape.
They've gone.
Dodds, the skipper, manhandled to the B&D Cougar.
I can hear the song ringing out.
Slow play the ball, as you'd expect from the Seagulls.
Hewitt he lost the
one-on-one. Footy. Play on, says the referee. They can't believe it. They're blowing up the Panthers. Just turn around and try and defend. We've got a player down with cramp. If we stop because of cramp, I will really lose my lollies.
That was just a one-on-one strip.
Hewitt.
Offload.
Hewitt. Still trying to get through there. Hayden is the tackler. Dummy half is Dodds. Couldn't they put one more on the try on the scoreboard? 10 seconds remaining. Referee stop the clock. Hewitt will get up and play it. Dodds is a dummy half here. They go to the right-hand side. Hurtigan puts a grubber kick in, knocked on. That will be a scrum, but they won't pack it full time. The Seagulls take it. 25 points to 18 in the under-20s grand final here at B&D.